Right now at 6, a new Wisconsin law is making it easier to detect a powerful drug. And the USDA Secretary of Agriculture on the importance of climate-friendly farming practices.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 6. I'm Ken Kozarowski. Emily is on assignment. The Eau Claire man accused of shooting a crossbow at his neighbors wants to represent himself in court for now. 35-year-old Robert Willie is charged with first-degree recklessly endangering safety and disorderly conduct. At Willie's preliminary hearing today, the State Public Defender's Office said they haven't been able to find him a lawyer yet. Willie asked to proceed anyway. The judge said a consequence would be that he cannot redo this hearing once he has a lawyer. And Willie again requested to proceed. Both Willie and an Eau Claire PD detective testified at today's prelim. Willie's arraignment is in mid-April. In 2022, more than 1,800 Wisconsinites died from a drug overdose, and xylazine, a powerful drug often paired with fentanyl, is becoming more popular. A new law is hoping to make it easier to detect the presence of xylazine. News 8 Now's Allison Fergit joins us live in studio to explain. Allison.
Ken, Wisconsin Governor Tony Evers was in La Crosse today to sign Senate Bill 875 into law. The legislation decriminalizes xylazine testing strips, making it easier for people to keep themselves safe. Xylazine is a non-opioid sedative, not approved for use in people. Vets will use it to sedate large animals. The drug can be life-threatening and is especially dangerous when combined with fentanyl and other opioids. La Crosse Representative Jill Billings authored the legislation. It's modeled after a 2022 law that legalized the use of fentanyl testing strips. While legislators hope the law has a similar impact, there's even more urgency in making xylazine testing strips available. Unlike fentanyl, the effects of a xylazine overdose can't be reversed.
When someone overdoses on xylazine, Narcan does not work. So if someone overdoses with xylazine, there's no coming back.
Dr. Chris Eberlein inspired Billings to write the bill. He expressed concern that the drug could become more prevalent in the Coulee region, and his fear was realized this October.
You know, we are seeing it. We've had one confirmed death in the community and seeing more and more overdoses secondary to xylazine, in addition to fentanyl.
During today's signing, Eberlein said making the strips more accessible will save people's lives. Ken?
Allison Fergit live in studio. Thank you, Allison. That legislation also received wide bipartisan support in Madison. Well, we've had a few days of some wet weather conditions. Might a pause be on the way? Let's get the answer from Greg.
Yeah, we do have a pause coming here. Unfortunately, it's going to be a cold pause, at least initially, but right now we still deal with some of the winter weather. Winter weather advisories up towards Minneapolis. These are going to expire in about another hour. Mainly the road conditions as we go further southeast are not really been impacted by the snow too much in the way right now. If we look at visibilities outside, generally you can see most of the roads are wet condition. Even up Eau Claire, we did have some slush in some of the side roads or overpasses. That's actually improved too. But the other thing to note is the temperatures are beginning to drop too. So that could be a concern with some slick spots as we go throughout the daytime. Overall, if we look at Omaha, you can kind of see the snow is beginning to push across. The temperatures too are starting to fall, still 31, 29 degrees. So that's not a problem right now, but it could be as less travel gets on those roads that we might see it. So otherwise, if we time out the snow, you can kind of see it begins to push across the area. We should see some flurries here later on this evening continuing, but notice the temperatures will continue to fall into the 20s and to the teens as we can see there. Overall, as we wake up tomorrow morning, should be fairly cold conditions overall as we saw it, but should be dry, and that's the main factor that we'll look at. Overall, as we look at basically going on to the next several days, we do have some cold conditions going on, but the good news is we do warm up fairly quickly, and if you're looking for some nice springtime Easter weather, we don't have quite nice weather, but overall it's going to be pretty seasonal as we go into the weekend, and we'll time out if we got any precipitation a bit lower in the broadcast.
All right. Thank you, Greg. The City of La Crosse held an open house discussing plans for bicycle and pedestrian travel. The city has been working on a new bike and pedestrian master plan for about 9 months. The last time it was updated was 2012. Tonight was the second round of community input, and residents' main concerns were connections between existing bike paths and winter maintenance. La Crosse's associate wants to make sure your voice is heard.
We want to make sure that everyone in the community is getting their input put into this plan, and so that's what our goal is today with the second round of public engagement.
The city is hoping to finish the plan by the summer. If you have any ideas for the master plan, you can Express them at forwardlacrosse.org. That link will be put on all of our digital platforms. Today, the USDA's Agriculture Secretary is celebrating a local grain mill's climate-friendly production efforts. Great River Organic Milling in Fountain City is producing climate-friendly certified rice. It's the first commercially available product under a multi-billion-dollar USDA program that focuses on helping smaller producers come up with climate-conscious production methods. By 2030, experts say traditional rice methods will be responsible for 23% of agriculture's contribution to global warming. That's why the Ag Secretary says what's being done in western Wisconsin is such a positive step.
And for consumers to have the assurance that what they're using their consuming dollar for is supporting climate-smart rice production with technology that is reducing methane.
Not just methane reduction, Vilsack says this product will also lower the amount of water used in production by 33%. That USDA program launched several years ago and is investing just over $3 billion across more than 100 business efforts nationwide. The Wisconsin Supreme Court is letting stand a lower court ruling that declared some delivery drivers for Amazon as considered employees. Siding with the state, the Supreme Court agreed the drivers are not independent contractors, as the retail giant tried to argue. The court also unanimously decided the appeal was improvidently granted, meaning the Supreme Court should not have reviewed the case. The decision to dismiss the case came after hearing oral arguments. It leaves a 2023 appeals court ruling against Amazon in place, and that ruling found that drivers in the Amazon Flex program are part of the state's unemployment insurance system and entitled to jobless pay if they are laid off. A new distribution center is coming to West Salem. First Supply announcing plans to build a new 308,000 square foot facility. The company already has locations across the region, including DCs in both La Crosse and Tomah. The marketing communications manager says the new building will offer increased capacity to customers and streamline distribution. The new facility will also add a hands-on training center. This comes as First Supply expects to add about 100 jobs over the next couple years. Construction on that new facility begins in April. Viterbo University is offering a new scholarship beginning this fall. University officials announcing the estate of Dr. Joan Genrich gifted the university more than $1 million to create the scholarship. Genrich graduated from Viterbo in 1960. The scholarship will go to female students at Viterbo looking to enter medical school. According to Viterbo officials, the late doctor designed the gift in appreciation of her Viterbo education and to encourage female college students to join a profession that she loved and valued. The search is underway for at least 6 construction at a site of a bridge collapse in the Port of Baltimore. The reason for the bridge's collapse and why federal investigators are on the scene. And protesters outside the Supreme Court today as justices hear a case on abortion pills.
Are you looking for a high-paying career without any experience? Chart Industries has the opportunity you've been waiting for. Starting wage $30 per hour, highest pay in the area, guaranteed 40 hours, and so much more. If you are making less than $60,000 and want a healthy work-life balance, apply at jobs.chartindustries.com today. That's jobs.chartindustries.com.
T-Mobile coverage in my area is wonderful.
We have 8 acres, and it gives you peace of mind to know that you're going to have a reliable signal.
We enjoy hiking. We enjoy the outdoors. The coverage has been great.
And after investing billions to light up our network from big cities to small towns, T-Mobile is America's largest and fastest 5G network. See for yourself. Try T-Mobile's network free for 3 months. Your phone, our network, no strings.
The Honda you want is here. Get a great offer on the stylish HR-V or the Civic. Which car and driver called fun to drive? There's never been a better time to drive in the moment with Honda. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or hurry into your local Honda dealer today.
Are you or a loved one having troubles getting in and out of the bathtub safely? Has the high cost of remodeling left you without options? I'm Tim with Tri-State Tub to Shower Conversions, and I've been serving the Tri-State area since 1992. And I would love to make your bathing experience safe and affordable. We use your existing tub and remove the front section for easy accessibility. And for an affordable cost, call today.
Protesters rallied outside the Supreme Court today as the justices heard oral arguments. Last year, a Texas district court judge ruled the FDA was wrong to approve mifepristone in 2000, and also when it expanded its use years later. If the High Court agrees with the appeals court, access to the abortion pill mifepristone might be limited. Last year, 63% of terminated pregnancies in the U.S. were performed with this method. That's according to the Guttmacher Institute, an organization that focuses on reproductive health. A group of former FDA commissioners wrote in a friend of the court legal brief that challenging drugs on ideological beliefs could result in the weakening of the FDA's authority. A final decision from the High Court is expected in July. At least 6 construction workers are believed to be in the water at the site of a bridge collapse in the Port of Baltimore. Search efforts continue as federal investigators arrive on the scene. Ryan Hughes has the latest.
Search and rescue efforts for missing construction workers are still underway after the stunning collapse of the Francis Scott Key Bridge in the middle of the night. Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg and the NTSB are here at the scene.
And what they're going to look at and begin to collect is information on vessel operations, safety history, safety record.
The whole bridge just fell down.
Video shows the moment a massive container ship struck support pillars of the critical overpass. John Zafia is a crane operator at the port and felt the impact from his nearby home.
Just like an aftershock of an earthquake and a loud explosion.
The crew aboard the 974-foot vessel notified state officials the ship had lost propulsion and that hitting the bridge was possible.
There's a ship approaching and just lost their steering.
Maryland's governor says that heads up helped save lives.
We're thankful that between the Mayday and the collapse that we had officials who were able to begin to stop the flow of traffic.
12 million vehicles crossed Baltimore's Key Bridge last year, and the port itself handled a record amount of cargo. It's not closed until further notice. President Biden promised federal aid.
It's my intention that federal government will pay for the entire cost of reconstructing that bridge.
The president said 15,000 jobs depend on that port. That includes Zafia's.
That's going to affect all of our work down there.
Officials say the bridge was fully up to code. Ryan Hughes, CBS News, Baltimore County, Maryland.
And a facility has been set up with mental health professionals for family members to deal with the after effects. A popular donut chain is teaming up with a fast food giant. More about a blockbuster partnership in just a few minutes.
And yeah, we've spent quite a bit of time here in the last week below average, but that's going to change a little bit. We are going to come back up to where we should be, even higher as we approach Friday and Easter weekend. But we do have some precipitation chances coming in for Easter weekend. I'll time that all up for you coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
We forge steel bars that hold up bridges, propel ships, and send rockets into space.
But for years, China's been lowballing their prices, so it's been tough to compete.
We can't let China steal Wisconsin jobs, so I wrote a law to require American infrastructure projects use American iron and steel.
Tammy Baldwin got President Trump to sign her Made in America bill.
And then she got President Biden to make it permanent.
I'm Tammy Baldwin. I approve this message.
Tammy Baldwin has our back.
College is more than the knowledge you gain. It's a place to cultivate your curiosity. It's where you explore the potential and what's next. It's where you find the tenacity to rise, rather than settle for good enough. It's a series of moments that add up to form your future self. It's where what you want is within reach, on your terms. It's where you find a career, not just a job. Western Technical College. Discover what you're made of.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we get you outdoors because we get you. Whether you're ready to hit the road, tackle the yard, or start a new project, we get you the right products at the right prices. Like 36-pound bags of Estate Crabgrass Preventer, $32.99. 20-pound bags of Blaine's brand Cardinal Songbird food, $14.99. Rewards members save an extra $1. And 5 quarts of Blaine's Full Synthetic Motor Oil, $23.99. Just $20.99 for rewards members. We get you outdoors because we get you at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
There's never been a better time to switch to Spectrum. Spectrum Internet offers speed and reliability, while advanced Wi-Fi gives you best-in-class security for all your connected devices. And Spectrum Mobile delivers unlimited talk, text, and data with nationwide 5G included. Switch now and get Spectrum Internet for $49.99, plus advanced Wi-Fi and one Spectrum Mobile Unlimited line free for 12 months. Start saving today. Visit Spectrum.com, a Spectrum store, or scan to call now.
You made a cow. Actually, it's a piggy bank. My inspiration to start saving.
How about a more solid way to save?
I'm listening.
Well, BMO helps get your savings habit into shape with a cash reward every month you save.
Cash reward?
And there's a cash bonus when you open a new checking account to get you started.
Wow. Anything you can't do?
Mugs.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Well, perhaps a fast food dynamic duo. Krispy Kreme donuts are coming to McDonald's. 3 types of donuts will go on sale at McDonald's restaurants starting later this year. They're original glazed, chocolate iced with sprinkles, and chocolate ice cream filled. The addition of a Krispy Kreme donut to the McDonald's customers' breakfast order started as a test at 160 restaurants in Kentucky. A phased rollout begins later this year. Donuts will be available nationwide at participating restaurants by the end of 2026. They can be bought individually or in a pack of 6, starting at breakfast. They'll continue selling until they run out. After the first couple rounds of the NCAA tournament, just 4 perfect brackets remain, and they're all in the women's tournament. The NCAA says there were more than 4 million entries across major online games for the women's tournament. After 48 games, Yahoo Sports has 1 perfect bracket left. ESPN has 3. There were 1,300 perfect brackets going into the second round. There are no perfect brackets left in major online games for the men's NCAA tournament. The men's tournament resumes Thursday, while the women's tournament picks back up on Friday. Both tournaments are at the Sweet 16. Of course, bummer that the Badgers are no longer in. Iowa State, though, where my dad went to college, they're still in, and Emily's Houston Cougars still looking pretty solid. I don't know who Greg picked this year, but it's been an exciting time, and on the weather front, it's been a wet time.
Yeah, my bracket's still perfect. You just don't want to see it. So overall, yeah, what we've looked at right now going on for the temperature-wise, and we got things a little stuck right there. There we go. No, it's not clicking through right now. So anyway, right now, we'll kind of fix that. As you look at the temperatures in the past 2 weeks, we were above average, but then they have fallen off quite a bit. So we did have a cold stretch that went on. But that's going to be changing here in a bit as we work through the conditions here over the next few days. We should start warming back up. And there we go. Things are going to improve here a little bit as we go towards the Easter weekend. But we do have more precipitation chances going on overall. And that will continue. There we go. Now we're starting to move a little bit with the temperature. And there you go, shows you the next 10 days there. So finally we got this working. So overall, if you look at the need to know, flurries tonight, snow showers, definitely going to be chilly and cold as we go through Wednesday. Mild Thursday, Friday, 50s coming back. But we do have some precipitation. But for tonight, really, it's just going to be a few flurries, temperatures falling off. We'll have to keep an eye on any moisture on road surfaces as these temperatures are going to fall into the teens and 20s. So less traveled roads might have a few slick spots as we go through tomorrow morning. Otherwise, tomorrow, struggling to get to freezing in many areas, maybe mid-30s, upper 30s, more sun as you go in the afternoon. Still a few flurries potentially up towards Ladysmith and those areas, but all in all, it's going to be a pretty chilly day as we go throughout. Now, Thursday still looks actually pretty nice. We might have a little bit of morning fog or stratus, low clouds hanging around, but overall, plenty of sunshine getting back into the 40s. And then Friday should be the warmest day. Ahead of this little weak system, we should climb up to the 50s. And this is a little bit of a chance of showers coming through Friday night into early Saturday. Not a big shot, but something to keep a note of. For the holiday weekend going up for Sunday, we're actually not looking too bad. We do have some showers I'm going to show you. There's a system approaching by the time we get to Sunday evening, but I think most of Saturday should be fine, most of Sunday should be fine, and temperatures fairly close to average. And really, it's that system out to the west that continues to spin some waves across our area. Eventually, we're going to see one approach here coming into Sunday, into late Sunday and Sunday night, and that's why the precipitation chances start increasing Sunday night into Monday. We're going to keep an eye on this, but right now, it looks like Monday to Monday night is a chance where we're going to have to keep an eye on where that snow rain line kind of sits with this. Right now it's further north of Eau Claire, but that could change. But that's our next precipitation chances. So overall, not bad conditions for the Easter weekend. We'll keep an eye on later Sunday. But for tonight, really it's going to be the temperatures dropping back fairly cold. Once again, we could see a few slick spots just because of these temperatures and any moisture on the roads from the leftover snow that we just had this evening. And then tomorrow we're looking more at the mid-30s, low 30s up to the north. We should be around 50 degrees, so it's definitely going to be cold as you wake up tomorrow morning. And then the conditions improve as we go towards Thursday and even to Friday. We're going to see temperatures there get up back into the 50s, potentially in the mid-50s, and even higher as we go into Friday evening. That's when the next chance of rain comes for into Saturday. That's a small chance. Saturday looks fairly dry. Easter Sunday looks okay, and then we're going to keep an eye on Sunday into Monday for the potential for the next chance of rain, which could involve a little snow depending on how things plan out Monday into Tuesday next week. But that's a ways off.
Sure.
Bundle up tomorrow. We do have some improvement, and Easter overall for travel-wise doesn't look too bad right now.
All right.
So that's some good news.
Absolutely. All right, Greg, thanks very much for the latest. Coming up next in sports, the Bucks are back in action tonight as they play host to the Lakers, potentially without LeBron. Plus, it was a disappointing season for the Badgers, but one of the team's bright spots could be on his way to the NBA. Rob is up next.
Is it time for new windows or doors? Contact the company who has done the research for you. The best windows and doors installed by the best people. Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions.
Hi, this is Mike from Sugarloaf Ford Lincoln. So a lot has changed in the Lincoln world. We're the last luxury vehicle available in Winona County. And now we've picked up the La Crosse market as well because they no longer have a Lincoln dealer. So we're proud to pick up that area. We've been selling Lincoln since 1977. We have a full line service department that can take care of all your Lincoln needs. We sell and service the entire lineup. See us. We're on the sunny side of 61, Sugarloaf Ford Lincoln, Winona.
What do we got? 25 years old, single-family house with classic signs of neglect.
Backing up a few weeks back, making noise, and that was it. Yeah, bent this way.
Could have caught the warning sign sooner.
Should have called G&T, and this all would have been avoided.
I hear they're the best, Ricky.
G&T Heating and Air Conditioning. Calling us before it's too late.
Got some good advice for you today. If a stranger calls you and tells you you've won a prize, or tells you you're in trouble with the law, or tells you that your grandson is in a Texas jail, hang up. You're being scammed. They're going to eventually ask you for money, and once you give them this money, it's gone. It's gone forever, and nothing can be done. So if you're ever tempted to give one of these folks money, call me, and I'll talk you through the scam, and let's save your money.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now Sports.
Despite an exciting run in the Big Ten tournament, it was a disappointing finish to the season for the Wisconsin men's basketball team. But one of the bright spots all year was the emergence of A.J. Storr. Now, the Badgers guard plans on testing the waters when it comes to the NBA draft. Storr declaring for the draft on his social media page earlier today, but the sophomore does plan on maintaining his college eligibility. So depending on his draft projection over the next few months, there's still a chance he could return to Madison next season. If not, what an impact Storr made in such a short period of time. The St. John's transfer averaged just under 17 points a game, shooting over 43% from the field, which earns Storr all Big Ten second-team honors in the process. More NIT action tonight on the women's side. Wisconsin had a big come-from-behind victory in round 2 last night. Minnesota will look to keep its season alive later on tonight when the Gophers take on Pacific. Minnesota's lost 4 of its last 5. Heading into this one, we'll see if they can turn it around tonight at home. On the high school side, weather's gotten in the way of the spring sports season so far, but girls soccer players are tough. According to the MVC schedule, this one is still on for tonight. Logan hosting Prairie du Chien on the pitch. I'll be heading there right after this. I'll have the highlights for you tonight at 10. On the pro hardwood tonight, a big one for the Bucks. Milwaukee's coming off of one of its most impressive wins of the season, a blowout victory over OKC a couple nights ago at home. Bucks will be going for their 3rd straight win tonight when they welcome in those Lakers. Milwaukee's currently 21 games over 500 at 46-25, just 11 games to go before the postseason tips off. As for Los Angeles, no LeBron James in this one. He's been ruled out tonight as he deals with ankle soreness, in quotes. Last but not least, I got this info directly from the man himself. GET's Cody Schmitz will announce which college he plans on committing to next Tuesday. The 3-time Cooley Conference Player of the Year led the Redhawks to the sectional final this past season. GET coming up just 1 win short of the state tournament. I love this. I love when players do this.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fun, obviously, whenever they announce where they're going, but to kind of set the scene, you want to just kind of pull your shirt off and announce it that way.
Yeah, fully embrace the moment because,
Yeah.
you know, these are very few opportunities for a majority of athletes.
Absolutely.
So to have something like this,
Yeah, it's
you
gonna be
take
fun.
advantage of it for
Have
sure.
a hat, kind of like tease it that way. I think it'll be fun.
Absolutely,
Yep.
absolutely, and well deserved. Obviously, one of the better players in the region.
Absolutely. Looking forward. Brewers Mets in a couple days.
I know, although you're
Might get rained out on Thursday. This will be the 2nd year in a row the Mets will.
Yep.
We need domes in the East Coast. We
I
need
know.
domes out east.
Open the season with all West Coast games or dome franchises like the Brewers.
Brilliant.
It makes a lot of sense.
Brilliant. Love that.
Yeah. Unfortunate. And of course, the Brewers are going to be shorthanded, but I think we like our
The
chances.
Mets are just
against you.
shorthanded just in general.
The bet will relive itself later this week,
Sure
I
will.
promise. All right. Thanks, Rob.
You got it.
We'll be right back.
Expect more from local politics this election year. Go to news8000.com/elections to hear from the candidates themselves. Complete and fair. News 8 Now.
Is your gravel or dirt driveway migrating into your yard? Then it's time to call North Central Paving. Specializing in paving, seal coating, repairs, crack filling, and new installations, North Central Paving can handle all your asphalt needs. Call 608-781-4423 today to get your free estimate.
Sounds good.
There are trucks, and then there's the GMC Sierra. Available with the connected driving experience. And the world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate. GMC Sierra. It's the truck. Or get 2.9% APR for 72 months on select Sierra 1500 models.
Visit your best choice GMC dealer today.
Is your gravel or dirt driveway migrating into your yard? Then it's time to call North Central Paving. Specializing in paving, seal coating, repairs, crack filling, and new installations, North Central Paving can handle all your asphalt needs. Call 608-781-4423 today to get your free estimate.
All right, there's a radar right now. We do have some snow there, especially as you go further north. Overall road conditions are mainly wet, but temperatures are pretty chilly, and they're going to continue to drop overnight. That's one thing to keep note of, some slick spots on the roads if we do have any refreezing. But definitely going to be teens, single digits, potentially in some areas. Cold tomorrow, warming up Thursday. 50s coming back for Friday.
All right, bundle up tonight.
Yep, we will.
Thanks for joining us, everybody.